We're back with more from our collection. We've covered some PlayStation, we've covered some OG Xbox, and now, in the same vein, around the same time, we're going to be covering the Nintendo Wii. So this would probably be one of our more fascinating collections, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, and it's not very big, obviously. It's not a console that I've played a whole lot because it was always, as we have done in previous videos, we were Xbox 360 or PS3. And this was the console for that generation that came out last. But as we have learned, it was the one that sold the most.
Yeah, that's true. And there's some pretty interesting games on this console based on the motion controls that they tried to incorporate in most of the games. So we might not have played all of these games, but these were ones that we thought would be fun to add to our collection.
We may have tested some of them out,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
because I'm clearly not a champion with the motion controls, but I think some of them may use that light gun too, right?
Yeah,
So
which
yeah,
I think that part was pretty cool about the Wii.
yeah,
So,
it's a really interesting concept, yeah, for sure.
so let's see. Let's start. We always do alphabetical, so let's start with A for Animal Crossing City Folk. And this is probably the one that I played the most on the Wii. I bought the Wii, so I could play Animal Crossing City Folk. And I think this was a great addition to Animal Crossing. I think it's a little bit more maybe underrated, however you want to say that. But it added a lot of really great features. So this one, I probably have a little bit more to say on it, but I love Animal Crossing games. I love the entire series. Next, we have Babysitting Mama. I think we just try to collect all the Cooking Mama style games, and this was one that we saw. This one does have a collector's edition as well that has like a stuffed animal baby that comes with it. Unfortunately, we don't have that, nor do we have the room. Big Brain Academy, Wii Degree. This is based off of a popular Nintendo DS game, and they wanted to bring it to the Wii to probably see if that would capture more of an audience too. This one's pretty cool. I don't see this one all the time. It's Final Fantasy Fables, Chocobo's Dungeon. It's a Square Enix title. Kind of a cool art style. Also looks like the Chocobos have jobs, so it's got like a job system for the Chocobos. I haven't played this one, but I love collecting Final Fantasy games. Cooking Mama Cook-Off, another Cooking Mama game. I think we have most of the Cooking Mama games. There's a few that we're missing on the 3DS and the DS. Here's another Cooking Mama game. She was very popular during this time. We have Cooking Mama World Kitchen. I think you found both of these for me at like a thrift store.
Yeah, I think I did, yeah, because I was just looking for any games really that they would, in a sense, leave out. Because most of these now in thrift stores, they seem to go to the online stores like Goodwill, and so it's nice to find these though, you know, even if they're not too expensive. But even thrift stores, I feel prices have gone up. So, but yeah, it's neat though to find them once in a while.
And in good shape too.
Yep.
Here's one I think we wanted to add because you like the Dead Rising series, at least.
Yeah.
And this one has a pretty funny name because it's Dead Rising Chop Till You Drop.
They used like the tagline from the main game.
And I mean, it's on the spine. That's like that's secondary title name of this game. Seems pretty funny. I don't know what's really different about this one. I don't think we've really tried it out, but
it's probably first person mode maybe, and I don't know if they use probably not the light gun for this one, but yeah, it's like you said though, we wanted these kind of spin-offs, but a lot of times they're just the same game that came out on 360 and PS3, but they just added the motion controls to it. So
yeah. This next one was pretty pricey for a while, and it was difficult to find.
Yeah, I mean, I think we were going through this one, trying to find a good price, like you said, but it was more expensive than we wanted to pay for it. But it's, of course, I love the Dead Space games, and this one, as you can see up here, that one uses the light gun.
Yep.
So this one I've heard actually is pretty good. So this wasn't just like buy it just to have it for the Dead Space collection. This one, I also believe this one was ported or remade for the PlayStation Move. So they have that on. Would that be PS3 then or PS4? I guess PS3 maybe.
I think PS3.
Yep. So, but this one cool. I mean, it's different. This is like an on rails kind of thing. So it's not like your traditional third person Dead Space. So, but yeah, that was one that I really wanted to have.
Yeah.
The very few that I wanted to have for the Wii.
That's pretty cool. This one is Disney's Guilty Party. I believe this was actually recommended from Metal Jesus, said this was a good party game. And that's what made me just like on the lookout for it, because we were just trying to find, you know, good Wii games that we could add to our collection. I know you love Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong is great.
So we wanted to add Donkey Kong Country Returns. These are solid games. These are good games.
I would think most of the exclusive Nintendo games for any of their consoles, you know, they prioritize making them good games, right?
Very true. I don't even know why we have this one. I think it was a very good price, but Dora the Explorer, Dora Saves the Snow Princess. Very funny thing is, I remember when I looked this game up, it gets surprisingly good reviews. So I'm guessing that for kids at the time, this was a really good game. And I don't know, we have it in our collection.
We sure do, yeah.
I don't see this one very often. We found this one in Canada in Vancouver, BC. I believe. I've seen it a few more times now, but it's still not like a super common game. Dragon Quest Swords, The Masked Queen, and the Tower of Mirrors. And I think this uses kind of like, it's first person, looks like some motion controls for that. So pretty interesting Dragon Quest, and I love Dragon Quest games. So although I haven't played this one, wanted to have it in the collection just for our Dragon Quest love. Oh no, here's a Japanese one that I don't actually know the name of. So
That's, yeah.
I know it's either starts with an E or an F, since it's in between those two. I did look it up at one point. Looks like it's a bunch of party games. I just thought this one looked really fun. It was bright and colorful, and yeah, it has a ton of party games, it looks like, on this one. And we got this one in Japan, obviously, and it just looked really cool.
That reminds me, if we ever do an Xbox 360 collection video with all the foreign, you know, then I might have a problem.
We're gonna have to look up the names first. Like, I should have looked that one up.
Especially if they're exclusives, they didn't bother translating to English or having English titles on there. So
exactly. Here's Far Cry Vengeance. I think that we have most of the Far Cry games.
Yeah,
right?
try to collect the Far Cry games as well. Far Cry games, I should say.
Oh my gosh, look at the controls. Shooting, moving it for claw, and then we have to move it sideways for slash, and then grenade.
Yeah, exactly how I like to play old Far Cry games, I guess. But there seem to be a lot of these spin-offs in a sense, but I don't know much about this one other than we saw it, and it's just like Dead Rising, right? We just like, okay, let's add this to the collection.
Exactly. Here's another Japanese edition. This one is Fatal Frame. What is this one, like Eclipse?
Mask of the Lunar Eclipse or something like that.
Mask of the Lunar Eclipse. I mean, I love the cover of this game. I'm so glad that we found this in Japan while we were there. And these games recently were re-released.
On newer console,
Yeah, on the newer console. Super cool. And there's even some physicals for these, for like the Switch, I think.
Yep.
So, yeah, very
But we wanted the original. That was one of those, you know, we set out to find the Fatal Frame games, on the Wii and Wii U.
Yep, I'm glad we did. Here's another Final Fantasy game. Another one I don't see super often, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Echoes of Time. I do love the Crystal Chronicles series, and so I wanted to add this to the collection. Looks like it still has a lot of the same characters that I love from the Crystal Chronicles, and we even have our little Moogle down here too. So, but I haven't tried this one out yet. Here's Fling Smash. I think we got this one because it isn't exclusive. It is by Nintendo, but it's not one that I've really heard much about. It's not like this character went on to make more games, you know, but definitely, you know, a motion control game that was made for the Wii, and you can tell, and I'm sure I've heard good things about it. I think it gets really good reviews. We just haven't tried this one. Here's one. I did play this one a lot. I love this game. Fortune Street is great. It's a Dragon Quest and Nintendo little collaboration. It's like your Monopoly game with your Nintendo characters and Dragon Quest characters. So yeah, this is a really great game. Great collaboration. Also, I love the Dragon Quest slime. So any game or anything I can get with Dragon Quest slime, yes, we're gonna add it. This one's gone up and down in price. This one's a little bit more expensive for the Wii collection. We try to collect all the Harvest Moons, and this one is Animal Parade. Some of these Wii Harvest Moon games were hard to find, or at least hard to find complete, like to find them with their manuals. So I think we got this one at one of those like antique malls.
Yeah, there was a time that we actually found that the prices at antique malls were actually better than game stores and thrift stores for a while. So because it was just individual people selling, reselling. So
yeah, that was a cool time before people knew about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's another Harvest Moon game, Magical Melody. I think this one's a little bit more popular on the Wii. This version. I think these ones were pretty decent too. The Magical Melody 10th anniversary Harvest Moon game. And then we have Harvest Moon Tree of Tranquility. They were really pumping them out because this one's 10th anniversary too. I'm like, how many 10th anniversary games can we have? And I think I want to say it was this one and Animal Parade that we got both from that antique mall for a really great price and complete. But I like how they do, some different art styles. This one's like a totally different art style than the Magical Melody. So yeah, pretty cool. Yes, I remember this one. Here we go. Some Hell's Kitchen.
Why do we have this again? Is this supposed to be a good game or?
No.
I like Gordon Ramsay, but
I think there's a couple things. So we found this one in Vancouver, BC. And for some reason in Vancouver, BC, it might be hard to capture, but it has a metallic kind of cover. And I don't know why they got like a metallic looking cover for Hell's Kitchen in Canada versus in America.
Yeah, you can't really see it that well on camera, I think, but it's like, it's a little silvery.
Yeah. And then also, I don't know, we love Gordon Ramsay in this house.
Funny.
We talk about him a lot, and
I assume there's a lot of yelling, and you throw your nunchucks at the screen then, or
I hope so.
Call someone an idiot sandwich. Yeah.
This is like, Gordon Ramsay's on the cover of a video game for the Wii. I felt like we needed
I wonder if he knew about it. Who knows?
Yes, Hello Kitty seasons. I love collecting Hello Kitty games. Most of them are pretty terrible. I'm going to admit that, but I think this was Hello Kitty's take on Animal Crossing. It was like they tried to do the different seasons. You have your different little friends in it and stuff, and you can like have your little human character and whatnot. It looks adorable. I haven't tried this one, but I've tried several of the other Hello Kitty games out. This one I think we got at a pawn shop when we tried doing some pawn shops.
Pawn shop, you're right. Yes.
It was on a crazy good deal.
Yeah.
It's the Sky Kid, or I need to read the front
Sky
again.
Sky Captain.
Oh, Kid Adventure Sky Captain. There we go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, get ready to soar. Again, they just had so many odd games for the Nintendo Wii, and so many exclusives too because of the motion controls.
No.
Kirby's Epic Yarn. This is a great game. And this one was surprisingly difficult to find in a good shape with the manual and at a decent price as well. So that's why this one is in a little bag, just because, it's yeah, it was difficult to find in good shape.
Might as well try to protect it as long as we can, right?
Yeah, and I mean, I love Kirby. I love the Kirby games, and yeah, they're so cute as well. But cute and the right difficulty, I would say. And then here's Kirby's Return to Dreamland. And this one has some 4-player action. Nice. I haven't played this one as much as I played Epic Yarn, but want to always collect as many Kirby games as we can. Here we have The Last Story. Now, this is very expensive in the US, for the US version. This is actually the Japanese version that we found. It has like a protective box over it as well. So this is kind of like the US did get this version. It's almost like, I don't know if it's limited edition or special edition version where it has this like box around it. And I always wanted to have this game, but didn't want to pay the money that we want for the US. So I just thought it would be fun to have in our collection, even if it is the Japanese version. And it's also beautiful, beautiful artwork. So, ooh, Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. This game, I love the Legend of Zelda series. And I played this game. I like this game, but boy, if you leave this game for any amount of time, trying to remember the motion controls of what you needed to do in order to do all the moves gets really difficult. So I was so glad when they re-released this on the Switch because it gave me another opportunity to play this game because it has a great story. I love the world. It was just, wow, those motion controls were tough. Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess as well. I mean, this one, I'm trying to remember. I don't think this one did too much on the motion controls because this one was also released for the Wii U as well. So I think that this one was better. I really love the Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess game. So, I mean, this game, sorry. I love the Legend of Zelda, but Twilight Princess in particular, I think this is a really great Legend of Zelda. It's a little bit underrated.
So the Wii U version, that was the HD?
I want to say it was, but now you're like making me have to look for it just to make sure I've got it right here.
I think it's one of the...
oh, it is HD, yes.
Yep.
So I think I may have played the HD version a little bit more than this version.
Well, I think I remember from our other video of the expensive games we did. So that one was like in top 5 somewhere. So.
Yep. Yeah,
but this one is not in our top 5.
No, for some reason this one's not as
version.
expensive. Yeah, the Wii U version's very expensive. Yeah. And then this is kind of a funny one. We got this one in Europe because in the US, the Lynx crossbow training got this little tiny, I don't know, disc sleeve in a sense.
It's just like a little paper sleeve, yeah.
Paper sleeve, and I always wanted to have like a full case and cover, and Europe got full case and cover, and so that was, I wanted to get this one. We do have the English version, American, yeah, they're all English, but the American version of it as well, but I just wanted to have the full case. I thought that was cool.
It always looks better when it's a full case,
yeah.
So yeah, it's like, why would you... Where would you put the little paper sleeve here? So,
yeah, exactly.
Like rubber band it to another game?
No, it's terrible. You lose them. Here is kind of a unique exclusive for the Wii, Mad World by Sega. This one has a really cool graphical style.
Yeah, this one looks really cool.
Isn't this like the Bayonetta company?
Platinum Games, yep, you are correct.
Yep. And so I've heard really great things about this one. I've heard it's a really unique game and good gameplay and everything. And so wanted to have it in our collection. Here we go. Okay. This one mainly for this. Anytime we can get like a different kind of case color, and the Mario and Sonic at London 2012 Olympic Games got a whole different like case and cover, and so we kind of like, I think we were targeting this one for a little while.
Yeah, because I don't know if if people swapped out the case or not, if it always came in the yellow case, but we would come run into it with white case or blue case. I don't even know what it was, but I think hopefully this is the original with the yellow.
I believe this is. Yeah, this is the original case, so that's why we were looking for it. This was a joke gift, I believe, for you because of your love for football or soccer. And I thought it would be funny to have the Mario strikers charged.
And I did actually try this out,
Yeah.
and I don't know if it was the setting or I just simply suck at this. I could not score on Bowser. Like, it was impossible. Is that a setting that you can't score?
I don't know. I don't know if we got the buttons right.
I think it was like a tutorial too. I was like, who played this game?
Tutorial. We couldn't get past.
I mean, I think it could have been fun, but I couldn't even score. So that was not great, but
Yep, I remember that.
but it's pretty cool though to have it. So
Okay, these ones, Metroid Other M. We found this one for a really great price. I think at at a half price books store. So we got this one, and we got Metroid Prime 3, Corruption. I think both of these were like under $10, and so we were like, sweet.
I think, yeah, at the time we bought them, they were actually more expensive
Yeah.
than what we found them for. But since I think prices on these two have gone down, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
So when
And-
we bought them, they were way
yeah,
more.
at the time it felt like a really great deal, but I think I think you're right. These have
Yeah.
gone down again in price. So, no, I mean, I like the Metroid games, but not so much the newer ones. I guess I'm more of a Super Nintendo NES Metroid fan. Here's Monster Lab. I don't know why we got this one. I think I thought this one sounded kind of fun for our son to play. It's kind of like you're making your own little monsters and stuff like that. It has an interesting concept. And I wonder if it had like a show that went with it or something like that, just because it is Warner Brothers. And I thought I saw that it may have had like some kind of tie-in, but I'm not sure. I don't know why we have this game. I mean, I
have
is
an
it shrink
idea,
wrapped?
but,
Shrink wrapped? I was trying to see if it was shrink wrapped.
I have an idea why we have this because there is a Xbox 360 game, My Horse and Me 2.
Oh, really?
That is pretty expensive to get. It was Europe only release, but it's region free.
Okay.
So I think when we saw this was probably like $10, $5. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And so I was just, but again, I don't remember why we ended up with this. It
Maybe
probably snuck
I-
itself into a stack of games that we
Yeah.
were checking out. So
I probably thought it was funny. I was like, well, we can't have the expensive one, but let's get this
yeah.
one.
So we'll just make a My Horse and Me video someday if I can get the 360 version. But
There we
I'm not
go.
paying like $120 for that one. That's crazy.
And here's another one, My Sims Party. Who knows? Party game. My Sims. We have that one.
You like Sims though, but
I like the
I don't know what
Sims.
this
I don't know
is.
that I
but-
really like this whole My Sims thing. I more just like the PC Sims
Yep.
game. Here we have Knight's Journey of Dreams. This is a Sega Saturn game. I don't know if this is like a slightly different version or if they literally just ported over the Sega Saturn Knights game. So,
I know the older one is Nights into Dreams, I think, something like that.
and so this is probably
Journey, maybe it's a sequel.
Yeah. Okay. Well, cool. I mean, I thought this was cool that the Wii even got this, so it's neat.
Yeah.
Here's another Japanese title. Oh yeah, No More Heroes, Desperate
This is
Struggle.
kind of sweet
2.
cover. This one's probably my favorite.
I think so. And there was always like, wasn't there a thing where with the if it was rated D, I want to say yeah, then they got like these black cases oftentimes in order to like symbolize that in Japan. We thought that was kind of cool.
So D
and
on the Wii
Pharaoh
is pretty
D.
high rating then,
I
because
want to say it is, and I can even
Z is the highest.
Z is the highest, but I think D is also pretty high up, and that's why I can see our 3DS games have some black cases as well.
Yeah.
So I
But
think
this one's really cool artwork and
Yeah.
No More Heroes. Yep.
I don't know much about this one, but I just love the colors, pretty pastels. Octomania.
Yeah.
It looks like it's one of those like puzzle games on the back. And I enjoy these types of games. I love like, what is it, Puzzle de Pon or something like that. That one's a great one. So Tetris, Dr. Mario, I like them. Ooh, this was a great Goodwill find. This is one of our best Goodwill moments we ever had is when we found this Poke Park Wii Pikachu's Adventure. I don't know if this one's still expensive, but it was pretty darn expensive at the time. This was like in the $75 range, and we found this for, I don't even know.
It's like $3-4. Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those. It was probably our only really good Goodwill moment that we had.
Well, because we found this one too, right?
Yeah, we found both of them, and they were complete with manuals and everything.
Because
like,
we went through a period where we were actually checking Goodwills and stuff on daily basis, every other day, because we figured we'd find some good deals. And yeah, we lucked out like right before closing. Someone had put out these guys, and but I don't think I've ever seen this kind of a score ever again at Goodwill. So whatever people say, they're incredibly lucky or they're lying, because you just don't see it anymore.
So yeah, we one time found Poke Park 1 and 2, and this is Poke Park 2 Wonders Beyond, if I didn't say that. But yeah, found both of these for like under $5.
Sorry, I was too busy telling the Goodwill story.
I love the Goodwill
because I used a lot of gas on that, and I never did it again.
Right?
Go into these damn stores like every day, yeah.
And here we go, Prince of Persia, Rival Swords. You did try this one out.
I did, and I couldn't even get out of the first area because I kept thinking, why can't I just have like a regular controller? Because I think this is Prince of Persia, The Two Thrones, possibly. Like it's very similar to one of those games on OG Xbox. So I think they just changed the controls, and otherwise it's very similar to I can't remember exactly which one. It could be Warrior Within or Two Thrones, but yeah. So, but I mean, it's cool. I said, with the other ones too, with the favorite series, I wanted to have this one too.
Yeah. We have Rabbids Go Home, a comedy adventure. I think we did try this one out too. I mean, we love Rayman. We love the Rabbids. I think sometimes when, these games are typically pretty cheap, and we just collect the Rabbids in any Rayman games, basically. This is exclusive. I've heard good things about this one. It's a pretty popular Wii title, especially for, adults, since a lot of the games can tend to be a little bit more kid-oriented. This is probably one of the more adult-type games that came out on the Wii that was, good and well-known. Along with Resident Evil 4 Wii Edition. I think we have a short talking about how we have pretty much every single Resident Evil 4. So it's kind of funny.
And thanks to people's help, we actually are now only missing one.
Nice.
Believe it or not, the PS2 version is the only one we don't have. And
wow.
It's hard to find that one for some reason in good condition, or you have the Steelbook that looks like someone ran it over 10 times.
Yes, usually.
So yeah, that's the only one we're missing. But yeah, this one was in the same batch as the Pokemon games.
Yeah, that's right. It was. And I love that it says Wii Edition. I don't know why. I love when the games say that. And we have another Resident Evil Archive. I think we're like missing one of these Resident Evil kind of archives, Chronicles game.
Yeah, I think we'll get to it, but was this Resident Evil 0 then?
That's Archives, and then we have Umbrella Chronicles, and so maybe we're missing 0.
No, I think it's called, don't quote me on this, but I think it's like Darkspawn Chronicles or something like that. Yeah. So it's another Chronicles, but is that Wesker on the front there? But, yep.
Yeah, so we get those ones. We have Soul Calibur Legends.
We have quite the Soul Calibur collection now at this point, I should say.
Yeah, we do.
We feature Soul Calibur in every video, I think, now. But
that's funny. Well, they do make them across all consoles. Ooh, and this was part of that Goodwill set, too, that we found. It was Super Mario All-Stars. Again, I don't know if this one's expensive still, but it was very expensive at the time. And again, we found it super cheap during that one Goodwill haul that we found. New Super Mario Bros. Wii. And this is one of those red cases. Got that unique red case. And this is a good game. I mean, these games continue to be good and still making similar style games on the Switch. Here's a classic, Super Mario Galaxy, of course. And this one utilized the motion controls very well. Easy to learn, easy to pick up, responded well. And great game, great soundtrack. And they made Super Mario Galaxy 2, added Yoshi. Same thing. I think this game's very similar. I like that they didn't try to reinvent the wheel on Super Mario Galaxy 2 and just kept what was great about the first one and just, added more to it. Super Monkey Ball, Banana Blitz. You know, I have played the Monkey Ball games. I think they're pretty fun. They're tough. They're tough games, but they're fun games. And they're kind of silly too. Super Paper Mario. I like the Paper Mario series quite a bit. I played this one. This is a good one. And the motion controls, again, made sense here in this game. So this was cool. This is a good one. Oh yes, of course. Classic. Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Great game. Our son loves the Smash Bros. Game. You know, and it has all these characters in it. You can't not like having these games. I mean, it looks like, we have Solid Snake here too. So even Solid Snake made it into the Wii version.
And Sonic too.
And Sonic. I mean, that's what makes the Smash Bros. Games so great. We have Tales of Symphonia, Dawn of the New World. I think this one we picked up somewhat recently. We collect as many of the Tales games as we can. I love the Tales series, and this one's not too expensive though, I think, so pretty easy to find too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I was on a kick when we were in Japan to try to collect all the Taiko Drum Master games I could find, because we do have some here in the US, but not as many as Japan has. And I love the Taiko Drum Master games. I think they're fun and they're cute and they're colorful, and Japan had way, way, way more. So we have this one and we got this one. There were so many more. I was like losing track on
But that
which
was probably one of the most fun kind of goals we had over there. Is just to find Taiko Drum Master on the different consoles, handhelds, right?
Yeah.
So
exactly. The handheld ones especially.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a fun series. It's Trauma Center, New Blood, Atlas game. This one, you're doing surgery on people. Really weird game. And it gets weirder. I mean, I think this one started off on the DS, if I'm remembering correctly. They carried it over to the Wii. Here's Trauma Center, Second Opinion. And I don't even know how to explain these games. You're doing surgery, but then you also start almost like incorporating some witchcraft symbols into it in order to like get rid of the bacteria and infections like while you're doing surgery. So these are weird. You can kind of notice though, we have some Persona looking kind of characters, so kind of funny. Wario Land, Shake It. I love the WarioWare games. I love the Wario games. Also, obviously, Nintendo exclusive. So had to add this one. I think this one's a classic though. WarioWare Smooth Moves. Great game. I think WarioWare obviously did really well on the DS and does very well on the Wii because the mini games just make sense with motion controls. Wii Music. Haven't tried this one too much, but there's a bunch of these types of Wii games that they came out with. They have this one, the Wii Music. They have Wii Play. This was another one. Nope, never mind, not this one. I'll show you the next one. And then here's the Wii Sports Resorts. More mini games. I think this one might be a little bit more on the expensive side if I'm remembering correctly. Okay, now this one, I will admit, I printed a case for this one. It came in one of those cardboard sleeves. but I didn't like that, so I did like go online and find like a case art that I could print so that we could have it on our shelf.
Didn't most of those Wii games right there come in a paper sleeve? Or
No, I want to say it was actually just this one because this was like the beginner game that came with the console.
Oh, right.
And then these ones, due to the success of this, these came out afterwards.
Okay. It looks better on the shelf again.
Yeah, exactly. And then we actually have a Z game for this console of Zack and Wacky. Quest for, what is a
Barbaro's treasure. Yeah.
I have played this one. This is a really cute game. It's really fun too. It's a great puzzle game. It's more of a point and click kind of style game by Capcom, and it is fun. I think I actually just got stuck on this game, to be honest. And then our last one that we have, we'll try to show it here, is Mario Kart Wii, and it's just complete. It's in the sealed box. What would you call where we got this? I don't even know what you...
Junkyard kind of thing.
Yeah. Some kind of like flea market kind of place. I don't even know.
Makeshift junkyard flea market. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
And so we got this for a really crazy price. It's like completely boxed and sealed, has the game and the steering wheel in it. And yeah, we couldn't pass it up for the price that we found it for.
Absolutely. This is a great find.
And this one has continued to go up in price too. So, yeah. And that's pretty much it. That is our Wii collection so far. And I would love to hear suggestions from people, like what other games do you see that we're missing that we could add to our Wii collection? Because I love adding to the Wii collection, but I never know what we need.
Well, we hope you enjoyed our little walkthrough here of our Wii collection. If you want to see more of our game collection, check out these videos right here.
And thanks for watching. Bye.